Balancing time is a myth. Do you ever feel like you're constantly juggling work and family and relationships and fitness and faith and fun, and you're still dropping the ball or maybe multiple balls? I have. It is because it's a common thing we hear today. Well, you need better work life balance. What if the goal, though, isn't balance? What if it's management? Pick your path, balance time versus manage time. Now, you might be asking, why do I call balancing time a myth? I want you to think about the old spring scales, like, the one that Lady Liberty is holding, where you determine the mass of an unknown object, in this case, my rock. That's on one side of the scale. And then you take the known mass of a different object and you place it on the other scale until they're balanced. And so one is known, one is unknown. And this is great if we're talking about the mass of the rock, because unless something massively changes, the rock is going to stay the same. And for those of you wondering, it takes about 12 of these, this is 12 of these coins to balance out the mass of the rock. Here's the thing. Time isn't like the rock. It is changing. It doesn't stay the same. It is always moving forward. So when you talk about balancing your time, you often aren't accounting for how a particular area of your life is going to change. Like, I'm married longer now than I was almost 29 years ago. My kids have grown up. My friends have moved away. My job responsibilities have shifted. You get the idea. So, trying to balance the demands on your time in all of these areas can really lead to guilt and burnout because often life doesn't feel balanced. And the reality of that imbalance can leave us chasing an illusion of perfect scheduling where we desperately are trying to make everybody happy every day. But here's the reality: whatever season we're in right now, that season eventually changes. So, what can feel balanced right now can feel unbalanced tomorrow. But here's when you know the season is going to change, that actually allows you to have greater focus on what matters most right now in the present time. And then we can invest accordingly. And that can bring peace, even in the midst of a busy season. Now, I do want to acknowledge that I recognize some of you watching, you're in a prolonged season of some kind. But even then, we get to make choices of how we manage our time. Here's the key: you don't need perfect balance, you need focused attention. As leaders, we are responsible for leading with vision, first in our own lives and then in the leadership role we play within our organizations. So, I want to give you 3 tips for shifting from a balancing time mindset to a managing time mindset. All right, number 1, name your season. Are you in a season of launching or building or resting or recovering? Name the season, because if you're early in launching a business or a project or initiative, then you should expect less periods of rest. It's like a new mother. I remember when I first had my sons, I anticipated a season of disrupted sleep based on their needs early on. Number 2, prioritize by vision, not guilt. Ask yourself the question: what is my long term vision? And what short term goals do I need to accomplish right now in pursuit of that long term vision? Not the question, what am I afraid of dropping? Where am I afraid of failing? I think about my client, Sandy, who shares, we're all juggling balls. Some are rubber. So when they hit the ground, we drop them, they hit the ground, they're going to bounce back up. But some of the balls we're juggling are glass. And if we drop them and they hit the ground, they're going to shatter and potentially cause irreparable damage. So we want to prioritize the glass balls in the season that we are in. One way to do that is review your long term values and allow those to drive your short term schedule. This is why so many people have embraced the 12-week year or the EOS system, because whether you're leading your family, a team, a large organization, you can establish a meeting time to review values and short term goals and what's necessary this week in order to accomplish what is before us. And then we schedule accordingly and we communicate to set the expectations. Number three, reflect and adjust weekly. Look at what you intended to do and compare it to how you actually used your time. Ask yourself, did I do what mattered most, or did I get taken off task or off the path by what screamed at me the loudest? And then make adjustments based on that time audit. So this week, I challenge you, stop chasing the myth of balance and start managing your time with purpose. Because you're not going to always feel balanced, but you can always be intentional based on your established priorities for the current season. I'm Elizabeth Mahusai, executive business coach, corporate trainer, keynote speaker, and international bestselling author of Pick Your Path. Today, you can choose to pick your path of how you view your time, balancing it or managing it.